Boom. Hi guys, good evening. At the stroke of 1700 today. Hi, good evening to you. My name is Captain Gajanan Karanjikar, and I'm a new kid on the block of Instagram. Not much used to it. So I had a long, kind of a thought to start this kind of show onto the Instagram. And yesterday we just finished the, International Seafarers Day, which is being done since 2011. And I attended a lot of other webinars and things like that. Excuse me, my throat has gone a little sore today. You can blame it on yesterday night's cold beer. But I really can't speak up loud, and I hope it is pleasing to you. Yes, pilots will come on the platform as well as and when we start, because it all is there. So guys, this show is particularly about the millennial mariners. Now this is a very new concept, and I was giving a slight background to you guys that after seeing yesterday's lot of webinars and discussions about futures of seafarers and things like that, and so I heard a lot of views on every webinar platform and seminar platform, and about the futures of seafarer and what they want to do and what they want. But but I particularly found there is a good gap that it lacked in seafarers, their learning pattern, because we are yet to consider them as a millennial mariners. And millennial is a particular generation. Hi Devashish.
Hi. Hi,
I'm
Captain
about to
Gajanan.
introduce you. I thought I will get on with the subject first and then get you
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
But anyway, it's good to see you.
Sure,
Hi
sure.
Devashish.
Yeah.
So I was
I look
saying,
forward to it.
yeah, I mean, I was just saying to the viewers that we have just done yesterday's International Seafarers Day, and we started very late as in 2011. So that's the recognition of the seafarers coming in so late, in the merchant navy history. And after attending so many webinars and seminars yesterday, I realized one big gap there, that the entire future of seafarer, as to what they all spoke about, one of the IMO's greatest themes for this year, lacked a basic understanding of the seafarers, you know, learning patterns. Because these millennial seafarers are unlike you and me. I mean, I'm the older guy. The learning patterns are very different. And today you see the seafarers are such a recognized force, but they are not, given their due in
Totally.
maritime education, other education also.
Absolutely.
So viewers, this is I'll add Vijay as well. Let me add him, then we can start. 1 minute. So I need to see 1 minute. I'll just add Vijay onto this conversation, then probably So, so idea is to discuss with this topic, about the millennial mariners, and what can we do about them? You know, what are the challenges? What are the strengths of these millennial mariners? Unless we understand them, anything about the education, about maritime training, or about making them skill up for the future generations and future technology, it's not worth talking. So this is the attempt of this show, is to get. I mean, of course, Devashish is there. I found Devashish. Devashish is. I mean, he's Captain Devashish Basu. He's from Kolkata, and despite being a master mariner, he's also an entrepreneur. He's done. I met him last year, and when he had started his new venture on the vessel inspection checklist, and as usual, we ignored him because I mean, a lot of people are doing the checklist business, these days. But no, I found something different in him that because he came with a lot of concepts in that checklist, not only a checklist, but it was a whole educational system of maritime training. So that's where it caught my attention, and I thought he is the right person to deal with the young generation. Even Devashish, I am very new to Instagram. I've just been here for 2 months, but I see I reckon the force which is there at the moment in this Instagram, and a lot of youngsters who are there at the moment on the and there's so much of knowledge being going across on Instagram, right, wrong. So I don't want to step on those those shoes of how to join merchant navy, what to do when you're on leave, how to study, or the quizzes and things like that. Let's take the mariners on a different tangential subject of making them understand as to how they can leverage their own being millennial or being born in the millennium, and leveraging that kind of a technology for their own benefits and benefit shipping. And here comes
Good evening,
Captain
sir.
Vijay. Hi, Captain Vijay. Good evening. Good
Good evening,
evening.
sir. Good evening, Captain. Nice to see you
Hi,
finally.
hi, Vijay. Yes, nice to see you too.
Vijay is
Yes.
Devashish Basu. Devashish Basu is from Kolkata, and he holds a company called NavGuide Solutions, which is preliminary, of course, is entrepreneurship where it goes to, but he's a very young thinking mind like you, and
And more
who
tech
wants to
savvy.
do. No, he's also tech savvy, but he's more onto training mariners onto a newer things. So we thought of starting this program today, just because you were in Santos. So we thought we will, instead of Friday, we'll do a Saturday because we can rope you in. And Devashish Vijay
Thank
is
you, sir.
on chemical tanker at the moment,
Right.
anchored in Santos. I
Uh-huh.
mean, thanks to Corona that he has not been alongside and he's not ashore, so we can catch him. And so that's it. I mean, let's just introduce the topic to people. And idea is to to discuss this. Discuss here Devashish out as to he has a lot of concepts about maritime training education through millennial kind of a thinking for millennial mariners. And though this entire seafaring force, which is going to be there, is going to be absolutely one of its kind, and it is so not so recognized in terms of education and training. So we are taking this discussion away from the shipboard education or for quizzes, how to join merchant navy and things like that, away to the topic as to from the cadet, AB, OS to master mariner, even superintendent, what they can enhance themselves, and whether it is a different learning tool or different learning scenario where they could what do you call it, hone their skills so as to speak in engineering language, you know, to the next generation, technology, AI, or whatever you may call it, I mean, IoT or whatever. So, Devashish, what do you think? I mean, what is
Yeah.
your thought on this millennial mariners?
Yeah, so that's it's a really very interesting discussion for me, and I hope I'm audible, Captain Gajanan. Am I okay? Am I audible clearly?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. All right. So it's very interesting that we are talking about the millennial generation of seafarers, and not just the seafarers. We should not think of it as restricted to the seafarers. We're also going to talk about the pilots and various other professions connected to the seafaring, to the trade, to the marine industry, and how they because last year I authored a book called Decoding Millennial Mariners, which Captain Gajan I had before just kind of the work which we did about this. Thank you, thanks a lot. So this book, before we authored this book, um, we did a huge amount of research on how the new generation of the younger generation thinks. So it's going to be a very exciting and engaging series, I hope, because I have a lot of things to share. My company is doing a lot of work in this respect. We are going into areas like gamification. We are going into areas like biomimicry, storytelling. We are going into such areas where it is these are concepts which were never introduced into the maritime training areas, because we always thought about training as something that we have to do in front of a computer. We have to fill up some multiple choice questions, and that's the end of training. Or we have to go sit in a class, listen to a lecture, and we get our certificates and get out of there. This is absolutely not the future of training, and I firmly believe, and my company has been working in this respect quite a bit, that in a couple of years we would be able to change the pattern of, because now we are going into what kind of things are interesting, what kind of things actually can bring in change, and what kind of training is going to be sort of a go-to for a master. That, okay, a master would think that if my third officer gets through this training or my second officer gets through this training, he's going to be a better navigator. He's going to be a better officer on board. Not just to complete his competency, not just to get a certificate, not because it's just a requirement by the company, no, but a real effective thing, which again will improve the ship's conditions and inspections. So before all this happens, just to give you a little bit of a brief introduction on what is this word millennial, what does it mean by the word millennial, because these are words that get thrown around a lot. So we sometimes don't understand them. Now, if you go by the dictionary definition of a millennial, they are also called Generation Y, and they are the generation who were born between the 1980 to 1990. So by definition, at present they are between 31 to 41 years of age as of today, as of 21. If they are born in 1990, they are 31. If born in 80, it is 41. So between that age. Now, why that age is so important for us, and why is it important for us to understand these people? Now, think about them. This age group of 31 to 41, and we are talking about our masters. We are talking about the pilots who are coming into the profession, or who are a little bit in the middle of their pilotage life. We are talking about people, superintendents in the office, who are taking decisions. So we are talking about a group of people here who are taking active decision in the maritime industry in small things and bits and pieces. Maybe they are not taking huge decisions. Some of them are taking huge decisions, and they are transforming the way the world works for us. So it is affecting everyone. And even if I'm sure a lot of the viewers today are also millennials, and even if you're not a millennial, you will have to be working with millennials. They are either working with you, or you're working with them. So in some way or the other, you are getting affected by this generation a lot. And not to get too hung up on this definition as such, basically in short, what we are going to talk about is how the younger generation of seafarers think, and what can we do, not just how they think, because not just to go into the psychological aspect of it. We will go a little bit into the psychology of them, but also to how to use those thought patterns, and how to use their own, addictions, or their own, kind of characteristics that they have, to improve their standards and to make things more interesting to them, to make them more useful in the industry. In general, that is the whole work that I do, and I have a number of things that I can discuss on that, and I'm sure Captain Vijay would come in with his experience with So
Vijay does a lot of training on Instagram, as well as when he was ashore. He spends a lot of time with the upcoming generation. Idea was to rope in Vijay because he knows the content probably, yes. Of course, he's been doing that, and he's to the lecturer as well on a part-time basis to one of the institutes. But Vijay, what are your thoughts on this? How do you see a training pedagogy, as they want to call it, in the educational system, needs to be drastically changed for the young generation, for their understanding, for their absorption. And again, as you understand, they say the learning is a complete process of six senses. Six being the intelligent sense. It's not only. And today's generation, if you see, I mean, why the online education is failing greatly? Because it's only, kind of a audio visual. There's no feel. There's no feel of teacher being around.
True.
And that's why the Xbox is very popular because Xbox makes you feel that you are in the ground, you're right there, you're doing all the actions. I'm a big fan of Xbox. So I mean, when it came in first 2010, so it was like, used thing for me because I could really play a table tennis for 1 hour on the Xbox, just standing in front of a TV, nothing else. I mean. So what are your thoughts, Vijay, on this? I mean,
It is nice, huh? I heard him. It's very interesting because nowadays in this age of training, like you mentioned, online plus so many trainings coming up. So this is new for me as well. So I would also like to watch more of your sessions with Captain Debashish and understand his concept. So I would like to also know that how he plans to apply this to the basic on-job training, or how the guy can apply the theoretical knowledge that he learns on board and he actually applies it at sea.
Right. That is the whole point of the kind of because we have two very important things that we did not have 10 years back. One, we have technology. We have
Yes.
technology which was not existing 10 years back. We have such technology today using different kinds, and we are working with in the forefront of that at NavGuide. We are doing that almost on a daily basis. That we are seeing things which was not even possible a year back. But the other thing that we have is that we have people who are savvy to that technology as well, which was also not existing. So if you would have bought this technology without the people to use them, that would not have been a good mix. Today we have these things like your kid. Let's say your kid is 3 years or 2 years old. By the time he's 1 or 2, he knows how to operate your phone, which
iPad.
probably if you give it to your iPad, yes. And so this is something, because these are the things that we have to tap into, and we have to use them to the advantage, and that is exactly what Captain Vijay has probably hit the nail on the head. That what we are trying to do is not just to give a lecture on how they think or the psychological part of it. Of course, that is important. That's the study we have done for more than 2 years now. But now we are applying that in very real terms to your on-job to your on-job skills, and what was not possible before. For example, I'll give you an example. Everyone here, let's say, I'm sure, Captain Vijay, if you think of a skill, a very real world skill that you have, anything, pick anyone which you are really good at. If you trace down from where you got this skill, you would probably not think of a checklist or a course or your training or your like exams as such. You will probably think of a senior. Maybe I'm just for many of us this is
Got it.
true, that you probably think of a senior who was there as your mentor at that time, who was responsible for you being so good in what you do.
True.
Now, this is called trickle down learning. This is a typical trickle down learning which we are depending on for years now. And let's say if a second officer doesn't perform well, the master is instructed that why don't you train him? That's quite natural. We have all accepted that the seniors should be training the juniors, and I'm absolutely, this is not there is no negotiation in this, that they should be. But let's think of how that works in the real world. Today, there are ships which are doing 15 ports a month. Which senior in that ship has the time to train a junior? So ships are busy.
Nobody.
There are language barriers,
People
huge
are busy.
language barriers. You have a Indonesian or any other nationality with another nationality. There are cultural barriers, language barriers. Some seniors are not interested to teach. Some seniors are not
Yes.
themselves not that aware. Some seniors are aware, but they just don't. They lack the skill to impart that knowledge to someone. Let's say you have a knowledge and I need it. You want to tell me, but you do not have that necessarily, it doesn't come to your mind. How do I? So to overcome that, for a long time, we have just imagined that the master or the senior will do it, but now today there are huge amount of challenges, and these are all real world problems. And we are talking to companies about this. I mean, we are getting these feedbacks from companies. This is not just imagination that I'm speculating. So the companies are facing these problems, their language problems, and different for different reasons. Ships are facing these challenges, and the young generation, a lot of them are scared about their jobs. They might lose their jobs, or because they are getting warnings from their seniors. You should perform like this. During the last vetting inspection, we got a remark from the bridge. If it happens again, you will be like, when there are more jobs than when there are more people than there are jobs, people always are in that area. So how do we apply these? That is the whole kind of discussion which I'm planning to have, and there are many areas like how we'll get into interesting things like how YouTube has influenced us, or how we can use biomimicry. What is biomimicry? Biomimicry is how animals work, how ants build their houses, how we can use that technology to develop teamwork on the bridge, for example. These are the areas we are working on, and there are a lot of such things. And I hope this will be for the viewers. And this is not just restricted to the mariners. I might give a lot of reference from the ship, but that doesn't mean this applies only for the mariners, because whatever we are doing applies to practically any industry. But obviously, presently we are focusing on the mariners and the people related to the shipping industry. But the thought pattern and the kind of ways the thought pattern can be utilized is a universal concept. This is not something that only is applicable to mariners. So yeah,
I have a basic question, Devashish, to you. I have a very
yes,
simple question. I mean,
yeah,
I've been reading a lot of things about it as well.
yeah,
Why is that today's the children or less than 5 year old, they are so proficient
yeah.
in using phones, iPads, and knowing. I mean, they are not being taught, right? I'm sure that it has not been genetically transferred to them. So
Yeah,
what
so
is that,
the
the technology? I mean, I don't know, maybe the technology, which is across,
so
which is around. Mm.
so from a very young age, this is a very interesting topic, Captain Gajanan, and I must tell you, this is a very, very pertinent topic that you have just raised.
Exactly.
That how children learn and why do they learn things fast? I mean, why? Obviously, their neural synapses, their cells in their brains are developing and forming, connections at a very, very fast rate, which is why a child can learn, let's say, 3 languages in a matter of 2 years. If you and I want to learn 3 languages, it might take us many more years. I mean, we are already, because our synapses are already formed, and our mind is already structured in a certain way. But for a child, that is not the case. But also, so they have a naturally very high capacity to learn, much higher than us. And there are systems, there are procedures which you can go through even as an adult. If you practice enough on yourself, your learning capacity also might increase. But I'm not going into that area. But what I'm saying is, a child would also learn something which is interesting to to him or her, as opposed to something which is not. Now, your kid, when he's 1 year old, you have given him the mobile phone so that he doesn't cry. This is a very common practice. So he knows this is some source of enjoyment for me, and this is something I'm really interested in. So since that child already has a capacity to learn, plus the mobile phone is interesting, so the learning process is so fast. We cannot sometimes even imagine that your child, before he or she learns to talk, he can change and find out her favorite song and play it. So it's because it's interesting, and this in a way this applies to us adults also, that if you give someone, like, let's say, a junior guy, let's say 20-year-old kid who's just joined the ship as a cadet or as a third officer, if you give him something which he is absolutely not finding any connection with, if you have, for example, this person has never read a book and you expect him to read a manual. Obviously, he has to read the manual. But is there a way that we can do this without by gelling with something that he already finds interesting? So these are the areas we'll talk about. So
Exactly.
anything that I find interesting, we learn faster. That's what my point was.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody just now said it's 21st century, and I really agree because but 21st century also requires 21st century learning skills. I mean, learning equipments, learning tool sets. We can't have a age-old like trickle-down education, like, as you mentioned just now, and a kind of a classroom and blackboard education to explain what is not cognitive for the young mariner. If you read that book of Yuval Noah Harari, where he very clearly mentions as the generation is progressing, the cognitive skills are like are developing so fast. I mean, they have developed also very fast, so fast. Yeah, till the time the brain got fully developed, and human being as of today, who thinks of controlling the entire universe, you know, he has got different perceptions. Today only morning in my mentoring class, I was telling one of the girls was joining a ship as cadet, and I asked her a simple question as to what would you do when you go on board for first 10 days? What is your plan? And you see, this is a very simple question, which even I had thought when I was climbing a gangway. What will I do? I mean, what to do? And me being me in 1989, joining ship, well, so I had messed it up totally because I didn't know where to start from. I didn't know where to end up with. So
Right.
nobody even told me about it. So at least we should correct these guys because they have a different strengths altogether. And their strength is information, their strength is very rigid opinion. The young generation's strength is also, forming perceptions very fast. If you see on Instagram, a lot of people talk, they have a very fixed ideas. So,
Yeah.
so, so I mean, of course, people like Vijay and everybody else there, they're trying to change their, thinking pattern and telling them what to do as youngsters and things like that. But when we bring in this training kind of a tool set, which is cognitive to them, then it will become a very interesting for them also because then they will gel with something which attracts them, which interests them, and which also perceives the knowledge in right sense. A very interesting subject. I mean, I
Very
I
true.
I had read an article about this in Newsweek 2020 last year in by Sam Hills. Oh, very interesting article. It did apply to mariners. And of course, your book came just after that. August, you sent me the book last year. And I was
Right.
just thinking, why can't we call our seafarers millennials? Why are we not thinking about it? And at least somebody should start thinking about it now. So by the time it comes to ministry level and the skill ministry level and education ministry level, it'll be under 10 years. That's fine.
Yes.
But at least IMO should start calling people millennial. So with my video also to IMO, I mentioned that word 2 3 times, and Kenny called me, and she said, very good, Captain. I mean, you mentioned it right away about the millennial mariner. Mariner. I said, this is what the concept we got to put it. And this concept, Devashish, mind you, for the pilots
Yeah.
and for the master mariners, chief engineers who go up with that rank of performing the duties on board and being responsible for the actions, it will also come in handy
Very important.
to for
Very important.
them to understand their own human factors.
True.
You
Very
know,
true. Very
I
true.
know how to learn things, but I don't know how my learning is affected by all my own physiology, by my own psychology. The
Yes.
day we
That's
bring
true.
in this kind of training, which is given to the airline pilots, to the master mariner, I remember in 2005, I gave a first lecture of mine, or a master or a leader or a manager. So I had said, I mean, entire my office also was sitting there when I was master. So I told them, if you call me a leader, I'll be a leader. If you call me a manager, I'll be a manager. If you call me a makeshifter, I'll be a makeshifter. So you got to call me something that you want me to be. So you want to treat your master as a performer, and you got to give him tools that he wants to perform. And he wants to look at himself then, look at his physiology, psychology, his upbringing, his character building. And then this kind of thing will also fall into the place of human factor. Human factor, by the way, I mean you must be knowing, SCCW is now been named as HTW. Where the human element has come in picture. Yeah, it is not
Oh,
STCW anymore now. So it
Right.
is just human training and watch keeping. So so it's going to be named that as that. So
Uh,
without human, OCIMF wrote a big letter to IMO saying that please include human factor. Don't include human element.
yeah.
Human factor is the entire physiology of a human, entire
And
human in the environment. And that is
and
what
and, and
this will also bring out.
yeah.
Sure.
And this is one thing that should be understood very objectively, that as a master or as a superintendent or as a as a manager in the office, or at sea, wherever your rank is, or wherever you're working, you personally might not be because I believe some people are young at heart. For example, Captain Gajanan, as far as I know you, is as a person, very young at heart. Well, you could be, and that's a great thing, but some are not. But whether you are or you're not, it is extremely essential to understand how the people working under you think. Because, you know, you, whatever, wherever, whichever rank you're on, you're supposed to perform, right? And the meaning of performing
Yes.
is that you have to get the best out of your people. Now, you cannot do that by simply throwing stuffs at them which they do not really agree with, or they do not feel encouraged with. I have seen I have seen such people at sea, and I have been a master mariner for such a long time. And well, uh, if you give a person a job which he doesn't like, that person can do that job for 8 hours. You won't be able to complain. Coming at 8 o'clock in the morning, and he's knocking off at 1700. His output is only 2 hours. Like, if I put another person in his place, who really loves that part of the job, he can do the same thing in 2 hours. But this person is not just interested because he's having to do something which is so. What I'm trying to say here is that wherever you are, this is non-negotiable, that you have to understand the people you're working with. And 75% of the workforce today around the world are millennials or younger
Yes.
generation, younger than millennials. 75%. I'm not exaggerating. These are statistics. You can Google them, and for a mariner, you look around. At least 3 out of the 4 people you're working with are either millennials or younger. So that's
True, true.
75%, right? So what I'm saying is that this is going to be a exciting series. I believe that we'll get into different areas of a person, and of how they think, and what are their challenges, what are their strengths. Strengths are very important, because there is no point endlessly saying that we are not getting well trained juniors anymore. We are not getting kind of discussion which we have heard so many times. Our parents have said, their parents have said about them, and it keeps going. So, but there are strengths. There are strengths that these millennials and these young generations are bringing with them. Very, very real strengths. We have seen them. We are working in the field with them. So I can tell you very real examples of situations which were saved by a third officer, where even the chief officer missed it out. So these are the strengths we need to encash on, and we'll talk about them in this series. I'm really hoping it's going to be interesting.
What does Vijay have to say about it? I mean, his signal is going a little
Yeah, I
up and
think
down.
I'm surprised that he's away. I mean, he's having fantastic internet, at least at Anchor. It's a luxury.
Yeah, but these days it's there. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. These days it is
Yes,
there. I remember
right.
when I was anchored once in Venezuela, chief officer used to start on port side. I used to start on
Uh-huh.
starboard side. He used to have one phone in hand. I used to have my phone in hand. And he would tell me
Uh-huh.
from there, sir, signal aa gaya, idhar aa jao. And then I used to be able to call home. It used to be really, really
Right,
ridiculous. And
right.
we had taken so we are in the Orinoco River, and we had taken a SIM card from Trinidad Tobago. So that there was a
Uh-huh.
closer border when ships to swing to starboard. We used to have port side wing onto the close to the Trinidad Tobago. But nowadays, of course, things have improved a lot.
Improved a lot.
So absolutely. Thank you, Devashish. Thank you for joining. And
Thank you. Thanks so
we
much.
want to take this every Tuesday and Friday at a fixed time, so people can join. I'm going to put a request to MTIs as well, because and we're going to do this. I need to learn now how to download the IGTV into YouTube, which I will
Okay.
do it and send you the link as well after downloading the
Right.
video.
Right.
Because we want
Great.
to
Yeah.
propagate this kind of a training or innovative pedagogies to the maritime training institutes. Maybe
Right.
out of 148 in India, 148 in India, maybe a kind of a 5, 6 MTS it will appeal to. But
Yeah.
then it is good
Sure.
that to have them also around, so we can. Vijay has come, so he has changed
Yeah.
his position
Sorry,
to
sir, my
Monkey
network.
Island, I believe now.
Ah, on the bridging, sir. Sorry.
So you must be using a, yeah, a shore internet, which is okay. You're using a shore internet, right?
I'm using a SIM card, but we are 3 to 4 miles from the land, but it's not that good.
All right.
Sir, also had one question. Maybe some other day you can answer, or if you can answer now. Just the
Sure.
inability of the youngsters to grasp the new technology or the new method, which I have seen. Like if I was sharing one method to one of the juniors, that if you study this way, you don't have to mug up, a theory, and then because when you mug up a theory overnight, you can write it nicely in your exams, but after a few years when you appear for your chief mate exams, you tend to forget, and then you have to mug up the same thing again. So I was teaching him that
Yeah.
if you do it with mind mapping technique, which I follow, so you can use a long term memory, and at the time of chief mate you just have to brush up in just half an hour. And
Yeah.
his first answer was, sir, I'm okay with mugging up, read, forget. So what happens is when the nowadays, it's all competency based SIRES, CDI going on. So when the SIRE and CDI, the inspectors, they come up, and when they ask these theoretical questions, that time they are afraid
Correct.
in front of the
Oh.
seniors.
Yeah.
So this is one
Yeah.
of the factors also I would
So
like to.
great. That's a great topic, and we can actually take it up another day, I believe, because this is just an introduction to the whole series. But
Sure, sir, sure.
one of the challenges which I can tell you, and these are the feedbacks which I'm getting from the we are getting these feedbacks from the young generation, that one of the challenges of a master, trying to teach someone something is that the master has to I mean, because every person who has taught him before might have taught him in a different way. Like mind mapping, which you have, it's a very interesting technique, or the linking method of memorizing something. When you link something to another thing, and you create sort of a chain, and then so these are these are proven techniques, but a huge amount of thing is to, I mean, I would say 80% of your work is to generate the interest to learn first to and then introduce the learning techniques, because people have if someone is doing something for quite a number of years, they have lost the will to learn new things. So to develop the will to learn new things is 80% of the work, and then the rest 20%, the thing that you hit him with when he's right, like they say that hit the iron when it is hot. So as at that moment when you have generated the interest to learn, you hit him with something that is so interesting that he cannot, that is how you penetrate that barrier, that he will forget every other kind of teaching which previous masters probably has not, or has imparted, or because in his mind he thinks that, okay, I just have to pass the exam. This is like if you have watched the movie Three Idiots, like you have no relationship, passing the exam and being competent on board. I have sailed with such people who have cleared their master's exam on the third attempt, but they are impeccable sailors. They are very proficient, very smart guys on board, and vice versa. A mama's boy, came as a third officer. I'm not saying him. I mean, it is not his fault, but he was acing in every exam. But you give him, you ask him, and if you give him paperwork, he'll do great. But if you ask him to overhaul a valve, if you ask him to open the pump and tell me what are the parts inside it, it's not the kind of job he's dealing with. But unfortunately, if he has to become a chief officer, he has to do that. I'm not saying it is good or bad. I'm not blaming him for anything. I'm saying his skill set must involve overhauling a valve also, as much as paperwork, if he has to be a good chief officer or a good master. So These are very vast areas. So let us take these up, one by one during the
One
series.
by
And I
one.
think
Yes,
it's
sir.
interesting. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And
Yeah,
from my side, I would
excellent.
like to thank you, sir. Thank you for letting me speak to you. It was
Thanks.
really nice talking to you.
Ah,
And Captain Gajanan, he's my friend, co-host, mentor, and everything. He's there for
for
since
all of
we
us.
met.
Yeah.
So this time we had an International Yoga Day program where Mansukh Mandaviya also came, and Vijay joined the program from Brazil. I had mentioned it in my
I did
speech.
try, sir. I did try.
He joined it. He was one of the ships who joined it from Brazil. So Minister was so happy when I told him again after the program. He's saying कि अरे आपने कैसे कर दिया ऐसा कुछ जोड़ लिया मगर सर एक दिन ऐसे आएगा कि भाई टेक्नोलॉजी के एडवांसमेंट में हम लोग प्रोग्राम यहाँ करेंगे एंड द एंटायर वर्ल्ड विल वॉच
We'll watch.
that's the
So
every
true.
ship should be able to join it. I mean today it is
True.
possible with the VSAT and things like that. It is expensive, but still there are issues. But anyway,
Yeah.
Devashish, thank you very much. And
Thank you.
what I would
Thank you so
suggest
much.
is with the this thing of Vijay also, I will take his consent before saying this that we will structure our discussions so we can take one topic every time and then we can tell people what to talk about. We will certainly try to rope in the NTIs. I will try to get the entire IMU also onto the scenario as to listen to these talks. And I have to learn how to download from Ashik TV now, put on YouTube. So it becomes interesting for everybody. Yeah, Vijay is all master in all this. So I have to learn from him.
I'm still learning, sir. Whatever I know, I share.
That's good. Yeah. That's really good.
And
Hey,
and and
Devashish,
just
thank
to
you very much.
just to
Go ahead.
add a simple note that like Captain Gajanan said that he is a new kid in Instagram. I am even newer. I am just about a week old in Instagram, so I'd request everyone to follow my handle as well, which is instagram.com/navguide. So that's the simple handle, Navguide. That's the
Yeah,
company's
Nav
the
okay.
guide.
name.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. Thanks a lot.
Right.
Thanks a lot for
So thank
this.
you very
Yeah.
much, Devashish.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very
sir.
much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Looking
Captain
Vijay.
forward.
Thank you for
Gajanan. Thank you,
joining.
Captain Debashis.
You are really great. Thank you so much. And we'll take this forward. Okay. Thanks. Bye. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Yeah. So this is what it is, guys. We had Devashish Basu with us, and who really explained us as to what the entire program for millennial mariners, education and training in Merchant Navy is all about, and to which level it is going to go to. So I'm sure that you would take benefit of this in coming. We're going to have this show on Tuesdays and Fridays at 5 p.m. fixed time, every time on Insta handle. So see you all then. Thank you very much and bye bye.